Good evening, students. How are you all? Welcome to session 4 of pair of linear equations and two variables from grade 10. I'm Kanika ma'am, your mathematics teacher. So in the previous class, we had discussed substitution method in detail. So I told you in the previous class that the different ways of solving a pair of linear equations and two variables. Graphical method we've already done on Monday and Tuesday. And in yesterday's class, we did in detail substitution method. So today we are going to start with elimination method. Before we start that, we were left with one question of this substitution method. We'll discuss that and then we'll start with the next one. That's elimination method. Now coming to this question, this is NCERT based question. This substitution method exercise which is given to you. This is the last one here. Now 5 years hence the age of Jacob will be 3 times that of his son. So we're talking about Jacob, we are talking about his son. Let us take Jacob's age to be X and son's age to be Y. So these are the present ages which I'm talking about. These are the present ages. Now 5 years hence, that means after 5 years, what is going to happen? This would be X plus 5 and this would be Y plus 5. Now 5 years hence, the age of Jacob will be 3 times that of his son's age. So Jacob's age would be 3 times son's age. So this is about 5 years from now. Now coming to 5 years ago, that means 5 years back, X minus 5 and Y minus 5. Jacob's age would be X minus 5, son's age would be Y minus 5. Now there's a relation given between these two. Jacob's age was 7 times that of his son's age. I'm repeating this. 5 years ago, that means 5 years back, Jacob's age was 7 times that of his son's age. So Jacob's age was 7 times that of his son's age. So this is the first equation and this is the second one. Now we are going to first rearrange the terms in the first and the second equations and we'll write them in generalized form. So from here I'm writing X plus 5 is equal to 3Y plus 15. I've taken this 3 inside the bracket and I've multiplied this with all the terms. Then we have X minus 3Y is equal to 10. 3Y I've taken on this side. This will become minus 3Y. 5 I've taken on the other side and this is now 15 minus 5. That's 10. So instead of the first equation, now we'll be using this one. So let's name it as the third equation. Now in the same way, we'll take the second equation and we're going to rearrange the terms. So second equation, we have X minus Y is equal to 7Y minus 35. I've taken this 7 inside the bracket and I've multiplied this with each term inside the bracket. So now we have X minus 7Y. 7Y I've taken on the left hand side. And minus 5 I've taken on the right hand side. So just see, we have minus 35 plus 5. That's actually X minus 7Y is equal to minus 30. Now this is the fourth equation. So this is same as the second one. From second equation, we have simplified this and we've got a new one. That's fourth equation. So equation 2 and 4, they are equivalent equations. So we'll be using 4 in place of 2. And we will also be using 3 in place of 1. So let us now write down equation 3 and 4. We have X minus 3Y is equal to 10. That's the third equation. And then we have X minus 7Y is equal to minus 30. That is the fourth equation. Now we'll be solving using substitution method. So we'll take the third equation and we will write X in terms of Y. So 3Y we are going to take on the right hand side. We will get X equal to 10 plus 3Y. Now this value of X, we are going to put this in the fourth equation. So we'll write from equation 4. We'll replace this X by 10 plus 3Y. So we'll get 10 plus 3Y minus 7Y equal to minus 30. We can combine these two terms. So we'll get minus 4Y. This 10 I'm going to take on the other side. I'll get minus 30 minus 10. And then we'll get minus 4Y equal to minus 40. Now this 4Y we'll take on the right hand side. This will get divided. So we'll get Y is equal to minus 40 over minus 4. That is actually Y is equal to 10. So we've got Y as 10. That means here, okay, that means here son's age is 10 years. Now this x equal to 10, I'm going to pick it up and put it in either in the third equation or fourth. You can also put this in first or second equation. That's your choice. So put y is equal to 10 in the third equation. Let's put this in the third equation. So once I put it here, I'll get x minus 3 times of 10 is equal to 10. That is x minus 30 is equal to 10. This 30 I'm going to take on the other side. I'll get x is equal to 10 plus 30. Finally, we have x as 40. Thus, according to the question, Jacob's age, present age is 40 years and his son's present age is 10 years. So this 40 and 10 which we've got, these are the values of x and y. These we assumed as present ages. So present age of Jacob is 40 years and present age of his son is 10 years. I hope, children, the substitution method is clear to you all. We've done a lot of questions yesterday also based on the same. Now, next we are going to start with the elimination method. Okay, give me 2 minutes. We're going to start with elimination method. Now, in elimination method, we have two variables, as you know, x and y. We eliminate any one of the variables, either x or y, and that I'll tell you how you have to decide. You can actually eliminate any of these as per your convenience. And once you eliminate one of the variables, let us say that you've taken a set of linear equations and two variables, that's x and y you have, and you eliminate one of the variables. That means you remove one of the variables. Let's say that you remove x. Now, if you remove x, you will be left with y. You will be left with just y. So you will be actually left with a linear equation in a single variable, that's y. And you know how to solve a linear equation in a single variable. So you can solve for the value of y. Now, once you solve for the value of y, you are going to take that value of y and you'll put it in any of the equations given to you, any one of the equations. Accordingly, you will get the value of x. I'm repeating myself the steps, and I'll also explain you using help of one of the examples here. We have a set of linear equations and two variables. Like in this case, as I'm showing you on the screen here, we have x and y. These are two variables. We are going to eliminate any one of these, either x or y. Eliminate, that means we remove. Now let us say if I remove x, I get rid of the variable x, I'll be then left with only y. That means I will be left with a linear equation in a single variable, that's y. And I can solve it. Now once I solve it, I'll get the value of y. Now if we get the value of y, as we used to do in substitution method, we will just substitute the value of y either in the first equation or the second one, that's our choice. And accordingly, we'll get the value of x. So I'll explain you this using help of this example. Let us take this set of equations here, equation 1 and 2. And now, how to eliminate the variable. First of all, before we decide what to eliminate, whether to eliminate x or y, we have to make the coefficients of x or y equal. Let us say that I want to remove x here. So before I do anything else, I'll have to make the coefficients of x and y same. Here they are not same. We have 2 here and we have 3 here. They're different. So how to make them same? I'm going to take the first equation and I'll multiply it with 3. I have 3 here. This 3 I'll multiply it with the first equation so that I get 6x here. In the same way, I'll take this first equation here, this 2 here, and I'll take the second equation and multiply this by 2. If I multiply the first equation by 3, I'll get here 6x. If I multiply the second equation by 2, I'm going to get 6x again here. And then I will get the coefficients of x same, and then I'll tell you what to do further. So, since I want to eliminate here x, I'm going to make the coefficients of x same. So, I'll multiply the first equation by 3. This entire equation I'll multiply by 3. So, I'll get here 6x plus 15y minus 39 is equal to 0. Please notice you have to multiply the entire equation, all the terms by 3. Now, this is another equation, equation 3. And now, I'll be dealing with this. In the same way, I'll take this second equation, I'll multiply it by 2. This one I'll multiply by 2 so that I get 6x here. So, I'll get a 6x plus 14y minus 34 is equal to 0. That's the fourth equation which I've got from the second one. Now, instead of equation 1 and 2, I'll be dealing with equation 3 and 4. Now, how to eliminate this x term? I'll show you. So I'm writing these equations one below the other nicely. Make sure when you write one below the other, make sure that you have x term below the x term, y term below the y term, and constant below the y term. Constant below the constant term. Now, if I want to eliminate these two, I'll have to figure out whether I have to add or subtract. We will either add the equations or we'll subtract the equations. How to figure out that? If I add these two, I will get here 12x. I will still retain the x term. I want to get rid of x term. So I am going to subtract these two equations, because if I subtract these two equations, the signs will get reversed. This is positive, so it will become minus. This is positive, it will become minus again, and this is negative, it will become plus. So actually the signs will get reversed. That is why we are subtracting. The purpose here is that if I have made the coefficients of x same, I need to have different signs. If I don't have different signs, they will get added and I will still be left with x term. My purpose will not be solved. So I'm subtracting here. Also, please mention here what you're doing. So write here on subtracting. On subtracting. So 6x minus 6x, this will get cancelled. 0. 15y minus 14y is y. Minus 39 plus 34. Please notice you will be using the new signs here. So minus 39 plus 34 will give you minus 5 equal to 0. From here we can say that y is equal to 5. Now since we've eliminated x, we were left with a linear equation on a single variable, and now we have solved it. We've got the value of y as 5. Now y is 5. I'm going to take this value and I can put it either in the first equation, second, third, fourth, any one of these. So let's say that I am putting this in the first equation here. So I'll get here 2x plus 5y minus 13 is equal to 0. And then I have got y is equal to 5. I've got y is equal to 5. So I'll write 2x plus 5 times of 5 minus 13 is equal to 0. So let us see how much do we get. We'll get 2x plus 25 minus 13 is equal to 0. You will get here 12. 2x plus 12 is equal to 0. And then you can divide these two terms by 2, because 2 is common here. We can see that we have 2 common. So we'll get here x plus 6 is equal to 0. And finally we have x is equal to minus 6. X is minus 6. So thus we have x equal to minus 6 and we have y equal to 5. Again, I'm facing the same problem. Give me 2 minutes. Now I'll also explain you the same thing using another example. So we'll do one more time elimination method, and we'll do a lot of questions today. Elimination method is very, very important. It's not just that you have to use this concept in linear equations chapter. You will be using this in a lot of chapters. Time and again, you will be using this. And usually, like a lot of students, they prefer elimination method because that's quite easy. That's a shorter method. Okay, so the question which I was discussing was... Okay, so now let us try this one. Here we have 8x plus 5y equal to 9. That's the first equation. And this is the second equation. We'll solve the values of x and y using elimination method. So as I told you earlier that we are going to first of all eliminate one of the variables. Let us say that if we want to eliminate here y. If we want to eliminate here y, we are going to make the coefficients of y same. So we'll take this equation 1 and we'll multiply this by 2. Multiply equation number 1 by 2. Now once you multiply equation 1 by 2, you will get 10 here. In the same way, you will take the second equation, you will multiply this by 5 so that you get 10 here. That's how we get 10 here. The coefficients of y same. So take this equation 1, multiply this by 2. You will get here 16x plus 10y is equal to 18. That's the third equation. Then we have equation 2. We are going to multiply this equation 2 by 5. So we'll get here 15x plus 10y equal to 20. That's the fourth equation. Now we've got the coefficients same. So we'll proceed further. Now we have 10y here, we have 10y here. So we have plus 10y and plus 10y. We need to have different signs here so that we get rid of this. We can cancel out only when we have different signs. So we will not be adding, we will be subtracting in this case. When we subtract, the signs of all the terms here will get reversed. So they're all positive here. I've made them, all of them, negative. Do not forget to mention here what you are doing, whether you are adding or subtracting. So we'll write on subtracting. We are subtracting here. So we have 10y minus 10y. This will disappear. So we have 16x minus 15x. That's x. 18 minus 20. That is minus 2. So we've got the value of x as 2. Now this x is equal to minus 2. We can put in any of the equations. We will get the corresponding value of y. So we'll put x is equal to minus 2 in the first equation. Let's put this in the first equation. We will get 8 times of minus 2. In place of x, I have written here minus 2. Plus 5y is equal to 9. We'll get here minus 16. Plus 5y is equal to 9. This minus 16 will go on the other side, will become plus 16. So we'll get here 5y equal to 9 plus 16. So we have 5y is equal to 25. And finally, we'll get y is equal to 5. Thus, we have x is equal to minus 2 and y equal to 5. So this is solution for the given set of equations. I hope students, you've all understood this. Yes. Okay, so let us now discuss one more question. So this question I've taken from NCERT. Solve the following pair of linear equations by elimination method. Now by elimination method it is specified here. We have these two equations here. We have x plus y is equal to 5 and then we have 2x minus 3y is equal to 4. I'll name the equations as 1 and 2. So either I am going to eliminate x here or y. If I want to eliminate y, I need to make the coefficients of y same. So I'm going to take the first equation and I'll multiply it with 3. Once I do that, I'll get here 3x plus 3y is equal to 15. Please notice I've multiplied this by 3 because I have 3y here. We don't need to multiply this by minus 3, just multiply it with this 3. Ignore the sign for the time being. So we have equation 1, we'll multiply this by 3 so that we get 3y here. Now, I don't need to do anything to the second equation because it's already 3y here. So I'll just write it down as it is. I have not made any change. I've just copied the equation as it is. Now, please notice we have to get rid of y here. And we already have different signs in case of y. So we are going to add here. We'll write here on adding. We are going to add here. Now, once we add, this will get eliminated. 3y minus 3y will get cancelled. It's 0. And this we'll get 5x. And this we will add and we'll get 19. Please notice, since we are adding, we will not reverse the signs. When we are adding, there's no change in the sign. In case of subtraction, we do reverse the signs, but not in case of addition. So x is 19 upon x is here 19 upon 5. 5 will go on the other side, will get divided. So x is 19 upon 5. Now we've got one of the values here. X we've got as 19 by 5. So I'm writing the first equation here, x plus y equal to 5. And now I know x is 19 upon 5. So I'll put the value of x here. And further, I'll solve for y. So I'll take this on the right hand side and I'll get 5 minus 19 upon 5. And now let us solve this. We'll take the LCM here. LCM here is 5. So we will get 25 minus 19 here. And finally, we will get y as 6 upon 5. Thus, we have x 19 by 5 and y 6 by 5. So this is solution of the given set of equations. I hope you're finding this very easy. This elimination method is very easy. In fact, the question which we did just now, we were just supposed to multiply equation 1 by 3. The second equation was not required. So at a lot of times you come across such questions where only multiplication part is required in one of the equations. In fact, there are a lot of questions where you don't even need to multiply. You don't even need to make the coefficients same because they're already same. So I'll show you a lot of questions here. Let's discuss one more. So this is 3x plus 4y equal to 10. That's the first equation. 2x minus 2y is equal to 2. That's the second equation. Now either I can eliminate here x. If I decide to eliminate x, then I'll have to multiply the first equation by 2 and second equation by 3. Otherwise, I can also decide to eliminate y, because here I have 4y. In order to make this 4y, I'll just have to multiply the second equation by 2. So that will make my work easy. I'll take the second equation, I'll multiply it by 2. So I'll get here 4x minus 4y is equal to 4. That's the third equation that is equivalent to the second one. So in place of second equation, we are going to write the third equation. We'll be using this. And this first equation, I'm not doing anything about it. I'm just copying as it is. Also, children, please notice if you change the order of the first and the third equation. Let's say that you write first equation above and you write third equation below. That doesn't matter. That's okay. That's okay. Whether you are adding or subtracting, in any case, you're going to get the same result. Now here, as we can see, we have minus 4 and plus 4 here. The coefficients are 4. We know they're same. One is negative and the other one is positive. In order to get rid of this y, we need to have different signs, and they're already different. So we will add in this case, because addition will not make any difference on the sign. So on adding, you'll eliminate this. Minus 4y plus 4y will get cancelled. 4x plus 3x will give you 7x. 4 plus 10 will give you 14. Whenever we are adding two equations or subtracting two equations, we take the LHS and RHS separately. Like in this case, we are adding. We'll take the LHS, we'll add them. We'll take the RHS, we are going to add. So actually what we've done, 4x minus 4y plus 3x plus 4y. So this has got eliminated. This has become 0. 4x plus 3x being like terms, we've added them. We've got 7x. And in the same way, in the RHS, we have taken 4 plus 10, that's 14. And from here, we can conclude that x is 2. Now we have got x as 2. We'll put this in, let's say, in the second equation. We're going to put here x is equal to 2. So we have the second equation here. 2x minus 2y is equal to 2. We'll put x is equal to 2 here. We solved x as 2. We'll put it here. And we'll get here 4 minus 2y is equal to 2. 4 will go on the other side. We will get minus 2y equal to 2 minus 4. So from here, we will get minus 2. And then y is 1. Y is 1. Thus, we have got here the values of x and y as 2 and 1 respectively. So this is the given set of equations. Understood, children? You all understood this? Very good. Now let's proceed. We'll try this one. So before we do anything else, we'll rearrange the terms, because we can see here x term is on the left and 2y is on the right hand side. Here we have the constant term on the left. Here we have on the right hand side. So we'll rearrange the terms. I'll take this 4 on the other side and this will become positive 4. So I'll get 3x minus 5y is equal to 4. That's the first equation. Now 2y I'm going to take on this side. I will get 9x minus 2y is equal to 7. That's the second equation. Okay. Now we'll solve this. So we will either eliminate y or x. Let us eliminate here y. So I'll take the first equation and I'll multiply it with 2. Equation 1 multiplied by 2 will give me 6x minus 10y is equal to 8. So that's a new equation. Let's name it as 3. We'll take the second equation and we're going to multiply it with 5. So we'll get a 45x minus 10y is equal to 35. That's the fourth equation. Now we have 10 and 10 here. The numbers here are the same. The coefficients are the same. But here we have negative and here also we have negative. So we are going to subtract so that we get different signs. So we'll write here on subtracting. Now once we subtract, we will reverse the signs. We'll get minus, then we'll get plus, then we will get minus again. This will disappear. And then we have 6x minus 45x. This is going to give us minus 39x. And then we have 8 minus 35. That is going to give us minus 27. Minus 27. Now this will give us 27 over 39. Negatives we can cancel. And then we can divide 27 and 39 by 3. So we'll get here 9 and 13. So finally we have x as 9 upon 13. X here is 9 upon 13. Now this x 9 upon 13, I can put in any of these. Let's say that I'm putting this in the first equation. So I have here 3x minus 5y is equal to 4. 3x minus 5y equal to 4, and x we know is 9 upon 13. So I'll replace this x by 9 upon 13. Minus 5y is equal to 4. Now let us solve this. We will get 27 upon 13 minus 5y equal to 4. This will go on the other side. It will get subtracted. So we'll get minus 5y equal to 4 minus 27 upon 13. And then we will take the LCM here. And once we take the LCM, we'll get here 13. And this is 52 minus 27. Okay. Now the next one we have minus 5y is equal to 52 minus 27 is going to give us minus, it's positive 25. It's positive 25 upon 30. Now this 5y I'm going to take on the right hand side. Once I've taken on the right hand side, it will go here in the denominator. For the time being, I'm just writing minus 5 as it is. 5 ones are 5 fives are. This will get disappeared. Also, this minus in the numerator, I will take in the minus in the denominator, I'll take it in the numerator. Because minus sign we never leave in the denominator. We always take it to the numerator. So, y here is minus 5 upon 30. Thus, we have x as 9 upon 13 and y as minus 5 upon 30. So, this is the given, this is the solution for given set of equations. I hope students you've all understood this. Now, let us try the next one. So, this is like yesterday also we did one question where we had denominators and it is difficult to work with the denominators. So, in this case, we are going to take the LCM to get rid of the denominators. So, I'll take the first equation and I will take the LCM here. The LCM of 2 and 3 is 6. So, first equation we can write it as 3x plus 4y equal to minus 6. 6 which is going to come in the denominator here. We are going to take it to the numerator on the right hand side. We are actually cross multiplying. I'll just write it again for you. It's 3x. It's 3x plus 4y over 6 is equal to minus 1. So, this 6 will go on the other side and this will become minus 6. So, that's what we have done here. So, equation 1 is same as equation 3 now. We'll be using equation 3 in place of 1. Now, let's come to this one. We will take the LCM here. So, we'll get 3x minus y over 3 is equal to 3. This 3 we'll take on this side. We'll get minus 9 here. Positive 9 here. 3x minus y is equal to 9. That's the fourth equation. So, in place of this second equation, we'll be using the fourth one. Now, clearly, it's very easy to eliminate here x term. It's easy to eliminate x term because we already have 3x here and 3x here. The coefficients are already same, so that saves our effort. Here the signs are same. We need to have different signs, so we will be subtracting. So, let's write here on subtracting. We'll write minus here and then plus here and then minus here. This will disappear. We'll get 4y plus y, that is 5y, minus 6 minus 9, that is minus 15. This will give us y equal to minus 3. This is going to give us y equal to minus 3. Now, I'll take this y equal to minus 3 and I'll put it in any of the equations. Let's say that I'm putting it here in the original equation which is given to me, equation 2. So, I have here x minus y over 3 equal to 3. This is what I have. and I'll write minus 3 in place of x. So I'll write here x minus minus 3 upon 3 is equal to 3. And then we can cancel out these 3's and we will get x minus minus 1 is equal to 3. Or you can write it as x plus 1 is equal to 3. This minus minus will become plus. 1 we will take on the right hand side and we will get x as 3 minus 1. And finally we have x as 2. So x is 2 and y is negative 3. So we'll write here thus x is equal to 2 and y is equal to negative 3. This is the solution for given set of equations. So I hope children you've all understood this, how to solve the equations using elimination method. Now we'll be doing some word problems based on the same. Form the pair of linear equations in the following problems and find their solutions if they exist by elimination method. So students have taken these questions from NCERT. These are all NCERT based questions. We have done the elimination part. We've done the solving of the equations using elimination method. Now we'll be doing word problems on the same, and we'll be solving all the word problems using elimination method only. So coming to the first question, if we add 1 to the numerator and subtract 1 from the denominator, a fraction reduces to 1. So just by reading the statement, I can figure out that we are talking about a fraction. It's an unknown fraction. Let's take the numerator. I'm talking about the original fraction. The numerator to be x and the denominator to be y. So the original fraction would be x upon y. If we add 1 to the numerator and subtract 1 from the denominator, the fraction reduces to 1. Fraction becomes 1 here. That's the first equation which we got. In the second statement, it is given it becomes 1 by 2. So it we are referring to the original fraction. It becomes 1 by 2 if we add 1 to the denominator. Only add 1 to the denominator. Only add 1 to the denominator. So it's x over y plus 1. If we write, it becomes 1 by 2. I'm reading the question again for you all. We are first of all talking about a fraction. It's an unknown fraction. We don't know the numerator. We don't know the denominator. So numerator we've taken as x and denominator we've taken as y. So the original fraction is x upon y. This is the original fraction. Now if we add 1 to the numerator and subtract 1 from the denominator. So we are adding 1 here, we are subtracting 1 here. A fraction reduces to 1. This is 1. It becomes 1 by 2. The fraction becomes 1 by 2 if we only add 1 to the denominator. So we have added only 1 to the denominator. So these are two equations which we have. We'll be solving them. Before we do anything else, we'll first simplify them because it's difficult for us to solve like this. So we'll write here the first equation. I'll write it again for you. We have x plus 1 over y minus 1 is equal to 1. This is the equation which we have. We'll cross multiply this. So in fact, we'll just take this on this side and we'll get x plus 1 is equal to y minus 1. Now y we can take here. That will become x minus y. And 1 we can take on the right hand side. We will get minus 1 minus 1. So we'll actually get here x minus y is equal to minus 2. That is the third equation. So in place of the first one, we'll be using now the third equation. In the same way, we will simplify the second equation. We have x upon y plus 1 is equal to 1 by 2. That's the second equation. We'll cross multiply this. So we will get here 2x equal to y plus 1. Y will go on the left hand side. We will get 2x minus y is equal to 1. That's the fourth equation. So in place of the second one, now we'll be using the fourth equation. So now I'm writing the equations here one below the other. This is the third equation and this I'm writing as the fourth equation. Now which term to eliminate, whether x or y? Please notice here, x already has the coefficients same. Also the signs are same. So first of all, we don't need to make any effort here of multiplying anything because it's very clear that the coefficients of y, the coefficient of y, they're the same. So we'll eliminate here y. In order to eliminate y, we need to have different signs here for y, but they're same. So to make the difference, to make different signs, we'll be subtracting. On subtracting, we will reverse the signs. This will become minus, this is plus, and this is minus again. So this will become 0. Minus y plus y will get cancelled. X minus 2x is minus x. Minus 2 minus 1 is minus 3. And from here we have x as 3. So x is 3 here. Now this x is equal to 3. I'm going to put in the third equation. So I have x minus y equal to minus 2. I have now got the value of x as 3. So it's 3 here. 3 minus y is equal to minus 2 we have. 3 I'm going to take on the left, on the right hand side, I'll get minus y equal to minus 2 minus 3. So I have minus y equal to minus 5, and finally I have y as 5. So x I got as 3 and y now I have 5. So finally the original fraction which we were looking for, original fraction is x upon y, numerator upon the denominator, that is 3 upon 5. That is 3 upon 5. I hope students you've all understood this. Now this elimination method is quite simple to solve. You can use this in any of the word problems, because usually in the word problems the method is not mentioned in the question. So you can use any method of your choice. You can use either substitution method or elimination method. Now let's discuss the next question. We are talking about Noori and Sonu. We are talking about their ages. 5 years ago, Noori was thrice as old as Sonu. 10 years later, Noori will be twice as old as Sonu. How old are Noori and Sonu? So we are talking about their present ages. We are talking about Noori and Sonu. Let us take the present age of Noori to be x years and the present age of Sonu to be y years. Now 5 years ago, we will have Noori's age as x minus 5 and Sonu's age as y minus 5. Obviously 5 will get subtracted from their ages because we're talking about 5 years ago. Now 5 years ago, Noori was thrice as old as Sonu. So Noori's age is 3 times Sonu's age. Noori was thrice as old as Sonu. That's the first equation which we have. And 10 years later, then we have 10 years later. So we add 10 to x. We will also add 10 to y. So we are talking about 10 years later, Noori will be twice as old as Sonu. Noori will be twice as old as Sonu. Have you all understood this? We've taken the present ages as x and y. 5 years ago, Noori's age would be x minus 5 and Sonu's age would be y minus 5. We'll be subtracting 5 years from their ages. 10 years later, we'll add 10 to their ages. One relation we've got between the ages of Noori and Sonu 5 years ago. 5 years ago, Noori was thrice as old as Sonu. Noori was thrice as old as Sonu. And 10 years later, Noori will be twice as old as Sonu. Now, these are two equations which we have, and we are going to simplify them first before we do anything else. So, we have here x minus 5 is equal to 3 times of y minus 5. That's the first equation we have. We are going to now simplify this. We'll get x minus 5 is equal to 3y minus 15. 3 we have taken inside the bracket and then we have multiplied with each term here. Now x minus 3y we'll get. 3y I have taken on the left hand side. Minus 5, just see what I'm doing. I'm taking on the right hand side. So I'll get minus 5 plus 15. Now x minus 3y is equal to minus 10. This is third equation. Now we have 10 years later. That's the second equation. Now I am discussing the second equation. We have x plus 10 is equal to 2 times of x plus 10. Now 2 we'll take on the we'll take inside the bracket and we will multiply it with each term here. We will get x plus 10 equal to 2x plus 20. Now we have, sorry, this is not 2x, this is 2y. By mistake, I wrote here x. Also, I wrote here x by mistake. It's y. This one is y. Please notice this is y. And this is also y. This is also y. I'm repeating this for you. This was 10 years later. Noori's age will be 2 times Sonu's age. I'm making use of the second equation. That's x plus 10 is equal to 2 times of y plus 10. 2 we are going to take inside the bracket and we'll get 2y plus 20. Now this 2y I'm going to take towards the left hand side. Now once I take 2y towards the left hand side, I'll get x minus 2y here. And 10 I'm taking on the right hand side, I'll get 20 minus 10 here. So we have x minus 2y is equal to 10 here. That's the fourth equation. So in place of the third one, I'll be using the fourth equation here. Now we simplify this using elimination method. We have x minus 3y equal to minus 10. And then we have x minus 2y is equal to 10. This is the third equation and this is the fourth one. Now please notice already the coefficients of x, they are same. So we will eliminate here x because that is going to make our work easy. You can also eliminate y if you want to multiply this by 2 and multiply this by 3. That's okay. That's not wrong. But it's quite easy to eliminate x here because we don't have to multiply with anything. The coefficients are already the same. We also have the signs as same. So we need to make them different. We'll be subtracting. On subtracting, this will become minus, this will become plus, and this will become minus. So x minus x will become 0. Minus 3y plus 2y will give us minus y. Minus 10 will give us minus 20. And then we have y is equal to 20. Y is equal to 20 we have. That means Sonu's age, we've got 20 years. This is 20 years. Now y we know is 20. We can put it in